My child, I need to talk to you. It has to be right now. This isn't just another message. It's a call to action that could change your life. We often find ourselves caught up in the chaos of everyday life, pushing aside the things that truly matter. But what if I told you that there's a higher purpose waiting for you? A message from the universe, or perhaps from God, urging you to pause and reflect. Right now, take a moment to breathe. Close your eyes and listen. What are the whispers in your heart telling you? Are you following your true path? Are you living authentically? Life can be overwhelming, and it's easy to lose sight of what's important. But this is your reminder. You are not alone. There's a divine presence guiding you, nudging you toward your destiny. Trust that inner voice. It's time to align yourself with your purpose. Ask yourself, what is it that you've been avoiding? What dreams have you put on hold? Today is the day to confront those fears and take that leap of faith. You have the strength within you to rise above challenges and embrace your calling. So, listen closely. God is speaking to you right now. It's time to act. Step into your power and make the changes you've been contemplating. The world needs your light and is waiting for you to shine. Remember, this moment is yours. Don't let it slip away. Embrace the message, take action, and watch how everything transforms in your life. You've got this. Stop for a moment. Just breathe. I know the road you've walked. I see the silent battles you've carried, the hidden tears, the times you felt utterly alone, your quiet strength, your refusal to turn away, even when it was difficult, has not been overlooked. Heaven has been watching, and I am proud of the one you have become through it all. This moment right now is no accident. This connection is divinely purposed. You are standing on the edge of a holy transition, a season I have ordained for your elevation. But before the rise, there is a deep revelation, a clarity about why I am lifting you now. There are sacred truths I will unfold for you, my beloved child. Insights into your journey, your resilience, the unseen obedience that has brought you here. Understand this. These truths are not for everyone. They are specifically for those whose spirit is called to receive them. Those I have truly chosen to hear this message at this time. Only those who are meant to hear this, who feel the pull in their spirit, will stay until the end. Stay with me. What I am about to reveal is for you. If you are ready to receive it, understand this, my child. That inner fortitude, that unwavering spirit, I have taken note. I have been watching, and I, your God, find favor with you. Not only for reaching this place, but for the individual, you remain throughout it all, even when life attempted to wear you down. These are not merely comforting words, my child. This is a clear truth meant for you. You are stepping into a distinct season of transformation, a time of being elevated. Before you ascend, understanding will arrive. This is why you are here now. I will reveal aspects of why I am elevating you at this juncture, not simply as a reward, but as recognition. Recognition for those nights you wept, yet still spoke words of belief for the trials you faced, and still stood firm for the difficult periods you navigated and still maintained faith. I am not just leading you out, I am raising you higher. Not everyone will feel drawn to remain with these words. That is how you will discern this is intended for you. Only those I am calling to this moment will sense it deeply within and stay connected. And for those who do, they will discover clear insight, a sense of direction, and a certain knowledge of who they truly are in me. These are not just sounds or pictures, my precious child. These are living expressions, a reflection from my heart revealing your true identity. I invite you now to answer not only with your mind, but with all that you are. If something inside you confirms these words, do not dismiss that inner prompting. That feeling is a signal, a link between you and me. It is your spirit declaring, I am ready, I am aligned with you. I accept this elevation not with pride, but with a humble heart, grateful and for your purpose. And for each one who expresses their heart, their trust, their belief and response, I see you. You are not speaking into emptiness. I see you. You are not walking this journey alone. Remain connected to these words. They hold what I have already begun within you. As you absorb these words, new understanding will unfold. More truth will become clear. A new path forward will open within you. I have seen your faithfulness, my cherished child, especially during the times of darkness. There is a kind of faithfulness not visible to the world. It happens in quiet spaces, away from the view of others. My beloved one, you have walked this path. I saw when you were faithful, not when things were obvious or simple, but when you felt confused, solitary, surrounded by questions without answers. You agreed to follow when nothing was certain. You took steps forward when you could not see the way ahead. You were not seeking rewards or praise from others. You were simply following a quiet inner leading. And I took notice. Your faithfulness is remarkable, not because you followed me when everything made sense, but because you remained true when nothing was clear. There was no obvious plan laid out, no loud voice from above, no visible signs, no outward proof. Often all you felt was a strong sense of what you must do, and a gentle, familiar urging from my spirit saying, go. And you went. You answered a call that others could not perceive. That is you building quietly, being faithful in uncertainty. You were working on something unseen with no external sign. Others may have questioned you, but being faithful is not about others' understanding. It is about being aligned with me. Remember the times you could have chosen an easier route. The moments when giving up seemed like the only logical choice. When your cry seemed unheard and you felt utterly alone. There were days you rose not from personal strength, but because you would not turn away from the one who called you. And in those times, even your weakness was an offering to me. Even your uncertainty was held in deep respect for me. Those around you may have thought you were confident, that you knew exactly what you were doing, but they did not see the tears shed in private, the internal struggle between believing and being afraid. They did not hear the quiet questions you asked of me. Are you sure? They did not see how close you were to breaking. But I saw it, my child, and I value it deeply. You were not acting for others. You were simply holding on. The world applauds what it sees, but I favor a heart given over to me. Being faithful in the dark requires more than just effort. It requires deep trust in me. You were not following a set method. You were not seeking clear answers. You were holding tightly to my presence. You did not need me to show you everything. You simply needed to know I was with you. And when you knew that, it was enough. Your agreement to follow was not based on what you would gain. It was based on your connection with me. I know this path was not simple. Perhaps those close to you did not understand. Perhaps even your own family questioned you. You gave up things, opportunities, ease, perhaps even people. There were costs you paid that no one else will ever fully grasp. Yet you were faithful anyway. You risked much, not knowing the outcome, only knowing that I had called you for this specific time. That is not mere chance. That is the path I set for you, and you have walked it. Let this be understood clearly. This elevation you are entering is not by chance. It is not random. It is the outcome of your unseen faithfulness. It comes from what was done quietly. The world will soon see what you and I have established together in the hidden seasons, and they will be surprised. But you will know this did not happen quickly. This came from being faithful. And now the way forward is opening. Opportunities are shifting. I am releasing what was withheld until you were prepared. Not just outwardly, but in your heart, in your posture before me, in your faithfulness. You did not force this to occur. You did not attempt to control it. You did not hurry to gain favor. You waited. You trusted. You allowed me to refine you. And I, in my kindness, am now saying, "Well done, my child." This elevation is more than just being raised up. It is a declaration, a truth spoken to all unseen realms that says, "This one belongs to me." They followed me, not for what they could receive, but out of devotion, not for ease, but because of our bond. Therefore, do not be taken aback when your circumstances start shifting, when good things arrive in ways you did not anticipate, when your ability to influence others expands and you become more visible. This unfolding isn't random. It flows directly from your steady heart. My beloved one, recall those periods when your true strength wasn't measured by outward success, but simply by holding firm. The dark hours felt unending. The quiet mornings felt as though I had withdrawn from you. You called out for clarity, for direction, for even a small sign. Yet, it felt as though my voice was silent. There were moments you peered into the stillness, questioning, "Where are you?" When the quiet seemed to drown out my assurances, and the sound of your sincere calls was all that echoed back. Yet, you did not turn aside. You held your ground, my child. Your trust wasn't built on witnessing wonders, but on facing moments of uncertainty. It wasn't shaped by sudden breakthroughs, but during the quiet times of waiting. You weren't just living by faith. You were clinging on with only a faint echo of my guidance and a deep knowing within you that whispered, "Even if I seem distant, I am still here." Consider those who pressed onward through challenges after years of hardship, of pain, of delay. They had no special invitation, no guarantee of success, just a deep conviction that a simple connection would suffice. That turning point didn't come from obvious favor. It came from persistent trust. That describes you, my cherished child. You saw others receive what you were still seeking. You celebrated their blessings while your own hopes felt unmet. You smiled through your ache and expressed devotion through your hurt. You kept showing up even when nothing changed. While others found clear indications, you were tested in silence. But you did not break. You did not flee. You did not turn from me in bitterness. Instead, you declared, Even if I face complete loss, I will still place my hope in Him. Anyone can offer praise when they have the answer. Anyone can believe when opportunities are clear. Yet, it requires a far deeper reliance to lift your hands in the darkness and declare, even in this place, at this very time, you are still good. And that, my beloved, is what distinguishes you. That is why you are chosen. You weren't serving me for the outcomes you could gain. You were serving me out of the bond we share. You weren't praying to compel results. You were praying to deepen our connection. You didn't need to feel my presence to remain true to me. Because your trust wasn't based on fleeting feelings. It was rooted in deep understanding. Every time you opened the sacred writings, when your spirit felt parched, I noticed whenever you softly spoke, my faith remains. Through your tears, I heard. Every time you entered a gathering, wondering if I even saw you, but still offered praise, I smiled. You kept your heart receptive in a difficult season. You remained receptive during a season that sought to harden you. You trusted even when trusting felt like sorrow. And here is a truth you must grasp, my precious one. The silence wasn't proof of my absence. It was proof of your inner strength growing. I wasn't ignoring you. I was trusting you, shaping you, helping you mature. Since you could hold fast in the quiet, you would be able to carry my light when circumstances became public. If you could stand firm when unseen, you would not falter when watched by all. If you could offer devotion in the shadows, you wouldn't be overwhelmed by the attention. The silence wasn't a penalty, it was preparation. You weren't being left alone, you were being made firm. And now that this work is nearly complete, heaven is preparing to speak again clearly and powerfully. Get ready, my beloved child. I'm about to respond with clear favor. Things will happen that make people wonder how. Opportunities will arise that you didn't pursue. Doors will open without your effort. The quiet time that proved you is now set to be the platform for your most certain and visible testimony. Now, let's talk about staying pure when the world encourages compromise. My cherished child, in a time when anything sacred is ridiculed, when yielding is seen as normal and living a life of integrity is dismissed as old-fashioned or too rigid, you made a choice that few dared to make. You chose the difficult path. When the world shouted, "Lower your standards," you listened for the quiet whisper that said, "Be set apart, for I am set apart." You did more than simply hear the call. You acted upon it. You had every chance to abandon your beliefs. You could have blurred your lines, excused your choices, and quieted your inner voice to fit in with others. You could have sought approval, presented a false version of yourself, or traded your true voice for visibility. But you didn't. Your stance was based on what was right, not on how simple it was. While the world celebrated what looked like freedom but was corruption, you understood its true nature, bondage, simply packaged differently. You were tempted, yes, you faced pressure. You heard that your principles were seen as extreme, your values as too rigid, uncomplicated, or even unachievable. But what others mocked as excessive, I saw as sacred. You kept your inner self clean, not so others would see you, but so that you could see clearly. see through deception. See my face, even when temptation created a haze. Inner cleanliness, my child, isn't just about what you refuse. It's about what you protect. You weren't just guarding your physical self. You were guarding your spirit, your thoughts, your intentions, your inner light. When others chased fleeting attention, you remained hidden. When others flirted with compromise, you turned away. And when wrong desires, whether for pleasure, position, or influence, came calling, you didn't entertain them. You closed the door, secured it, and placed a sign on the front declaring, "This is holy ground."